Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be making one of my absolute favourites, stuffed Bulgur Kofte, also known as İçli Köfte. These crispy savoury bites are packed with flavour and perfect for sharing, often made on special occasions but can be enjoyed at any time. Shaping stuffed Bulgur Kofte can seem a little tricky at first, so I'm going to show you how to make them step by step using 3 different methods. Whether you're a beginner or more experienced, you'll find a technique that works best for you. So grab your ingredients, hit that subscribe button and let's get cooking something really special today. Here's what you'll need to make approximately 35 koftes. Also, as always, I've listed all the details in the video description below. Begin by making the filling. In a dry pan, start browning the mince meat. When the mince has browned, add approximately 30 ml of olive oil and 50 grams of unsalted butter or ghee. Continue cooking the mince, breaking up any lumps. After roughly about 5 minutes of cooking, add 4 finely chopped onions. Mixing continuously, saute on medium to high heat. When the onions become translucent, add 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 dessert spoon of paprika, and salt to your taste. Mix to combine. Now, depending on your taste, you have the option of adding some chili flakes or chili powder here. I've added half a teaspoon of chili flakes to spice things up a little. When the mincemeat is completely cooked, put it aside to cool down. Then it's time to prepare the dough. In a large bowl, preferably with a flat middle, pour in 100 ml of boiling water. Add 100 grams of fine semolina. Mix with a metal spoon, ensuring all of the semolina is soaked in the water. Cover and leave to absorb the water for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, add 400 grams of fine bulgur wheat. It will say on the pack that it is for making köfte, as it's the finest version of bulgur you can get. Add 320 ml now of hot but not boiling water. Mix thoroughly. Once all of the bulgur has been mixed into the water, level the top with your hand, cover and leave for another 30 minutes. After 30 more minutes, the bulgur should have absorbed all the water. The first thing to do now is to break up the bulgur with both hands so that it is no longer stuck together. Then add 2 tablespoons of pepper or tomato puree, or 1 of each if possible. Then add 200 grams of lean minced beef. This should be of 5% fat. Add 100 ml of cold water now and start mixing with your hands. When everything has been thoroughly blended together, add the seasoning: 1 teaspoon of chili flakes and black pepper and a dessert spoon of salt. Adding 100 ml more cold water, begin mixing again with your hands. Finally, add 100 grams of plain flour before you really get stuck in and knead your dough for between 20 to 30 minutes. Have a bowl of cold water nearby to dip your hands into if you feel that the dough is too dry, but don't overdo it. Keep it to the minimal, as we have already added enough up to this point and you really just need to wet your hands to help with the kneading. Continue kneading like this until the dough is pliable and no longer falling apart. Then flatten into a ball and keep covered with cling film. The mincemeat filling should have cooled down by now, and it's time to add approximately 100 grams of crushed walnuts and a generous amount of freshly chopped parsley to the pan. Mix to evenly distribute, then we're ready to start making our koftes. We're going to start with the traditional method of shaping the dough with our hands. Take a piece of a dough about the size of a tangerine and roll into a ball. Have a bowl of water nearby, and this is optional, but you can also use olive oil to dip your finger into when starting off the shaping process. The idea is to keep the dough from breaking up or sticking to your hands. I used olive oil to help make the hole in the ball, then used water for the rest of the time. Shape using the palm of your other hand as shown, pressing down gently without splitting the dough. Keep going until you have a thickness of about 2 millimeters. The thinner the outer casing of the koftes, the better the end result. Spoon in some of the filling and press down with your finger to remove any gaps in the filling. Then enclose the filling by gradually closing the top as shown. Use water to help. You're aiming for a pinched look on both ends, the end shape resembling a lemon. Remove the excess dough from top and bottom as necessary. Shaping these traditionally stuffed bulgur koftes is a delicate and skillful process which takes time to master. Don't worry if you don't get it right the first time. Keep trying and it will become easier as you go along. If you notice any cracks or rough patches, lightly wet your fingertips and smooth over the area gently. Once the köfte is shaped, give it a final pass between damp palms to polish the surface and ensure a uniform look. So that's how you prepare the traditional version of this dish, but if you're looking for an easier, more convenient way, I have 2 alternative methods to show you later on in the video. But let's get these köftes cooking for now. You'll need a medium to large pan filled halfway with olive oil for deep frying. Check that the oil is hot enough with either a small piece of dough or a wooden skewer. When the oil is hot enough, add the köftes. Turn them after a few minutes and cook evenly on all sides. When golden brown, remove onto a paper towel to soak up any excess oil. This is the method for cooking all of the versions of the köftes I'm showing you today. Keep posted for my up and coming video on how to boil these köftes if you're looking for a healthier option. Remember to leave gaps in between when placing in the oil to prevent them falling apart whilst cooking. Some fun facts about stuffed bulgur kofte. Making these köftes is seen as a labour of love, often involving multiple people helping out. They can be made in large batches and frozen for a perfect, quick and comforting meal later. In Turkey, a special metal tray called a leğen is used to help with the dough kneading process. You can also purchase a stuffed köfte mould or İçli köfte kalıbı, which is a tool designed to carry out the task of shaping the dough into uniform hollow shells ready for filling. Putting these beautiful köftes aside, we'll now move on to my second option for shaping. With this version, again take a tangerine-sized piece of the dough and place on a piece of plastic sheet or cling film. Cover with another sheet of plastic or cling film and press gently to flatten with your hand. Then using a rolling pin, gently roll out the dough to a thickness of about 2 millimeters. Remove the top sheet and use a saucer or glass to cut to the desired shape. I recommend a diameter of around 11 centimeters. Take away the excess and add to the remaining dough to use later. Then spoon on some of the filling, leaving around 1 centimeter gap around the edge. Using the plastic sheet to guide you, fold over and seal the edges together. Now you can leave the köftes like this, so long as the edges have sealed securely, or, using wet hands, shape into more of an oblong shape, pretty much resembling the Cypriot version of İçli köfte, which is commonly a elongated rounded ends shape like this. Remove any imperfections using water for a smooth finish. When you use this rolling pin method, you can control the thickness of the dough more precisely, making the process more accessible and reliable, especially for beginners or large-scale cooking. Whichever method you are using, always pack enough filling to create a satisfying flavour contrast with the outer case and make each bite more enjoyable. These are now ready for cooking. My last and final method is using a small cup or glass. This should be lined with a plastic sheet or again cling film can be used. Place a tangerine-sized ball of the dough in the cup and start creating a crevice. Pressing against the sides of a cup, thin out the dough again to about 2 mm thickness all around, including the bottom. Fill generously using the back of a spoon or your finger to press down the filling so that there are no gaps. Then lift out and start to close the top of the köfte by pressing down gently using the sheet to help. Again, using wet hands, seal the köfte securely and shape to your preference. I've shaped these köftes into burger-like shapes, but this is entirely down to preference. You can also shape them into a ball if you like. Again, smooth out any imperfections for a perfect finish. This cup method is a clever way to create fantastic koftes and very easy to achieve. And there you have it, 3 different ways you can make this delicious and popular dish. Traditional method, using a rolling pin, and the cup method. Which method do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. No matter which one you choose, the end result will always be delicious, homemade and full of flavour. All my koftes have now been cooked and are looking beautifully golden, crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside. Stuffed Bulgur Kofte. Each bite is packed with rich savoury flavour and that satisfying contrast between the crunchy shell and the succulent filling. A true celebration of tradition. Thank you for cooking with me today. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment letting me know which version you think is the best, and of course hit that subscribe button for more delicious recipes. See you next time. Afiyet olsun.